guys, we are back. This is the Juice Box. Just want to give a quick shout out to our guy, Tiggy Nation, because we were just talking about him before we pressed the record button. We miss you, brother. Big Czar, what's up?
What's up? I'm happy to be here with my my hard working brothers.
Me too.
Working hard or hardly working? I choose hardly working all day of the week, baby.
What else do you have than hard work in your brothers?
Really,
It's true.
not much else.
So basically, just to fucking jump right off the rip, there's one thing from last night. Last night we went and saw Steve-O, and we'll get into that. I've never felt better about my dick size ever since I kept seeing Steve-O's cock. Like, when I think of Steve-O, I think of a dude that's just going to have, like, some fucking schlong, right? Even though I've seen his dick so many times, we fucking saw his cock a lot last night.
Yeah, we did.
I feel good about myself.
It's so funny you say that because I thought the same during the show. I was like, dang, I like would have pictured he had just a way bigger dick. Because, like, a guy with that much balls, like, no pun intended, you'd think would just be hanging brain, like a third leg type deal.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
He's just got average white man penis.
Yeah.
That's all
he
it
does.
is. Very
It was shocking to me.
very average.
Yeah, like when his wife or fiance Lux is painting his dick, I'm like waiting for her to move. I'm like, let's see this monstrosity
Yeah.
of a cock, and it's just regular white man
Yeah.
dick.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're out here doing it. We're doing the pod for the guys with the average white man penis. That's what we're here doing.
Oh,
Shout out.
That's
There's-
our target audience.
Yeah.
there's the episode name, dude. Average white male penis.
So what do we think about, since you dove right into it, what do we think about the Steve-O show?
I mean, actually, I want to hear your guys' opinions because I know.
The show is good. It's an interesting concept. It's not really like most comedy shows you see where he's like doing a bit that cuts to a video. Like each bit leads to a video. So it's definitely unique. And like if you're a fan of Jackass, you're probably gonna like it. I liked it. Some of it was I couldn't watch the vasectomy
Yeah,
one.
that was rough.
That one was
That
rough,
one.
but I thought the rest of them were par for the course, honestly. The show itself it started off really rocky, and I honestly feel really bad for Steve-O.
Me too.
Literally off the fucking jump. He didn't even get like his first 5 words out
Yeah.
before some fucking jackass,
No pun
no
intended.
pun intended, fucking just yelled out and interrupted him, and it pissed him off.
It did.
I was reading reviews, or not me, my wife was reading reviews about this show and how he takes it very seriously, like no phones, like people that yell out he fucking tosses out. So like he's clearly, like, I don't know what the right word is for it, but like he doesn't want to be distracted. He wants to do his show and do it right.
Which, in his defense, like, memorizing stuff in itself is so difficult, and to have that whole thing memorized and you're in a rhythm, and then all of a sudden some chick goes,
Yeah.
show me your dick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Just all of it. But like he was a trooper. Like those fucking people that had the wrong seats and all that shit. And like he at least, as awkward as that was, because that was rough being an audience member
Yeah,
for
it
that
was.
like minute and a half. Like that, I felt very uncomfortable. Like we said last night, thought he could have maybe been like, I'm done. But he turned it into a funny moment, like when he asked that girl if that was her boyfriend or whatever.
Dude,
that was hilarious.
So funny.
That was hilarious.
So basically, from what we kind of picked up, because, you know, we were so close to the stage, it was right in front of us. Not to brag, but it's kind of a brag. Side note, my mom was like, so did you see anyone there last night? And I was like, well, I know there were people there, but they were fucking behind me, dude. But
The
anyways.
peanut seats.
Yeah, so anyways, like, look, I guess the Capitol or a website sold 2 of 1 ticket,
Yeah.
or they over or undercounted seats. So there's just this one couple literally in the very front who was with the attendant for what, like
Dude.
5
Dude,
minutes?
Well, he came down with 2 other guys and determined that this couple was in their seats.
That's right.
So then he tried to move the couple over to where they were supposed to be.
Which, yeah, let's back up. That one
Oh my
fucking
God.
dude.
Ridiculous.
Literally, Steve-O's in the middle of his
intro,
performance.
like his
Yeah.
intro, basically. That
And
was early.
And he sees the guy that was 2 seats down from me, and they just start chopping it up like
Yeah.
they're in a nightclub, dude.
Yeah.
In the middle of the show,
Yeah.
he's like, "What up, Terry? Nice
Yeah.
day, bro.
That's
How
a
you
good
doing,
point.
man?"
It's like in Joe's, whenever you see someone you know, you're just screaming
Yeah.
so they can hear you.
I haven't seen you in forever, dude. How you been? I'm
Sorry
like,
about
dude,
the
there's
guy
a
that's going on
fucking
about it.
show.
Yeah, what's going on?
Dude, I literally like couldn't believe that.
No, it was the most ridiculous
It
thing.
sucks, like, because we live here. and
Yeah.
this is my home, and it will always be my home.
Agreed.
But wheeling fucking white trash people are like the scum of the earth.
And it sucks because it's just a bad representation
God.
of you know what I mean?
And you forget, even living here, like I said, like unless it's the Italian Fest or whatever, you just don't think that exists.
Well, isn't it funny? Like the wheeling events bring those people out. Like
But-
you see them at the Italian Fest.
But we
the
were
fucking,
talking on the way home. It's like, but it wasn't cheap to go to that.
No.
So I was shocked that that crowd was there.
And also, I'm going to give us some credit here because how do we know that wasn't Martin's Ferry trash?
That's
How do we
true.
know that wasn't
No,
Bel
that's
Air
a,
trash?
that's a
Very-
good
Very
point.
true.
That's,
and it probably was.
that's what happens when you live on a river town.
Yeah, I mean, again, it could have been wheeling people. I don't want to.
100%.
You're right. It
Martinsville
was
trash.
probably some of those dirty Ohio water towns.
Yeah, people across the pond.
It's
Dude.
fucking river towns over
Yeah.
there.
Straight up.
But it was
fucking-
uncomfortable,
it
right?
was,
I
dude.
felt bad for him. He powered through though.
And Jake, the dude sitting 2 seats away from Jake,
oh,
had
horrible.
the most. When I say most, I mean top one of all time. Most pick me energy I've ever seen in my life.
I was getting annoyed.
He had to like make sure he waited to say something until everyone's laugh like died down. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, Steve. I promise, Steve-O is not gonna come talk to you.
Yeah.
Like,
He's not
I'm
going to
sorry.
include you in his show.
The dude wearing a fucking beanie and a rock star T-shirt. Like, he's not gonna come fucking talk to you. I'm sorry. Oh, it just fires me up.
No, and you know what fires me up? No offense, because I'm not trying to judge you. I didn't know people still dressed that way. I didn't know there were people that still wore like tap out gear.
Yeah, tap
Don't,
out.
don't,
Yeah,
don't you
that's-
think it's fun? Like that brings me to a broader point. Like every now and then you'll see a person that like didn't leave a certain
Yeah, like
decade.
2000.
don't
like,
belong.
like a few weeks ago, I was driving down, I guess, what is that, 29th Street that goes through the heart of South Wheeling. There's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
fucking dude walking up the sidewalk in like a white guy in like big baggy blue jeans, a white wife beater, and a backwards sideways fitted like 5950 New Era hat.
Oh my god!
I was like, man, that dude's stuck in like 2004,
He'd be stuck
2005.
in 03.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit!
He
It was
would've
just
been.
hilarious.
he
though.
was one. He would have been one of the cool kids back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, first we can kind of we'll come back to this, but we'll kind of just start in the order of events. That was your first time at the bridge, and you loved that place.
I love that place. Yeah, I mean, I heard great things because of people growing up in Wheeling, but I may have been in there when I was like a little kid, but not since. And there's like not enough of those places I've talked about before, like just old style bars.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like some major mischief could go down in there.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
you guys know what I mean? Like,
Dive
like
bar.
drug usage.
God, not necessarily.
I'm just kidding.
It gives me that old school like mafia mob bar like vibe.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Sitting at the guys sitting in the
Yeah.
back corner like smoking cigs.
I will say, like, it's a. There's a lot of like big shots in Wheeling.
Yeah.
that would go there after work for drinks. And
Who
then
like
leave.
Mike Price?
Like Mike Price.
Which that was
No,
funny.
shout out Mike Price, by the way,
Yeah,
just for
shout
being
out.
a G yesterday.
Yeah, that was fire. Thank
Yeah.
you. It was funny. We're fucking walking, and you're like, "There's Mike Price's truck. It's probably at the bridge."
he is always in there. It's funny, but I agree that place is great, and we've talked about it before on here. That intersection there, like you got the bridge, and then whatever's here, then you got the Capitol suspension bridge. Like that whole little area could be such a cool little fucking area.
That area, dare I say it, that area legit has the potential to be like one of the coolest spots in the whole tri-state area if
And-
they wanted to.
And how many times have we said it? It just takes one rooftop bar.
One.
Yeah, it
One,
does.
that's it.
It does.
And it's crazy because then like we talk about that intersection, but then you walk another 100 feet and like circle around. You go down that little fucking alleyway with the string lights and stuff.
So fire.
That
It
it
is
could just
cool.
be the coolest
It
little
is
fucking
cool.
area.
Yeah, but leave it to Wheeling. If we had a rooftop bar, one of the crackheads would be up there and fucking fall off.
Yeah, seriously.
And then it would
though.
close, and then we'd never have
Well,
one
you
ever
just have
again.
to make beers like $6.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, see, that's why shit's so expensive. Bro. But no,
But really, I'm down. I'm down for a $6 beer at a rooftop bar if it leaves the freaking.
the vibe's immaculate.
Yeah.
But like, I like the bridge because it reminds me. I told JT, and I don't know if you guys have watched this. We've talked about it a couple times, but it reminds me of like a Den of Thieves type bar. It's like very nostalgic, very important people go there, but very like all mixes of life are in there, like talking shop to one another
Yeah.
about specific things.
Mhm.
It's very cool.
Yeah, and they got good food.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And it's fucking cheap.
Yeah,
One of the funniest things whenever like it just was an awkward moment where like we thought we were just all gonna have individual tabs you pay at the end, like
Yeah.
old
Yeah,
school
yeah.
bars, and he was like, "Are you guys gonna pay?" So Angie just handed
I
him
did. Yeah.
the card, and he came back, and it was like $17.
Yeah. For all the drinks,
Yeah.
I thought
She
too.
thought it was gonna be like $60.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, oh, well, it's all right. Well, obviously,
Yeah.
we'll all pay for it. But I was like, oh, it's going to be like 60-some bucks. That's exactly what I thought. It was fucking $18.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this is
Wait.
legit.
Place is a vibe, and truthfully, that was nice being in the Capitol too. I haven't been
that's
in
what
there
I
in so
said,
long.
dude. There should be an event there like every month. Once a month, they should try to put something in there.
There's truly, there's no reason why they couldn't do that,
Yeah.
honestly. But Brooke did explain it to us last night. We don't have to go into detail of like how they get people in there
Mhm.
because you would think they would do it one way, but it makes sense with the whole promoter aspect and things like that. So I understand that.
Again, just all the more reason why we should start our own promotions fucking little company.
I mean, dude,
Bring acts here.
it would be awesome, and if I could get my foot in the door, if I could get a toe in the door to figure out how to do that, I think that would be one of those jobs to me that isn't a job. Like I'd have so much fun.
Yeah,
doing it.
exactly. That's what. And I don't want to toot our own horn here, but like we have
Fucking
we
toot it,
have
dude.
connections in a way to maybe we could bring some people here, and then you start building a fucking resume of acts you've brought, and you can start bringing bigger and bigger ones.
Dude. And there is something still to be said about the power of the word of mouth too.
Mhm.
Like I'll shout out Scuba Steve real quick. He just started his own concrete company, Crestcrete, and he's been doing jobs all over here. And I was on the phone with him earlier. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I had some guy from North Carolina call me today and want me to do something like in Southern West Virginia." So word of mouth is key when it comes to that.
absolutely.
That is really
Yeah.
cool, honestly.
Networking.
Shout out Steve.
Shout out Scuba, but yeah, no. All in all, I had a very good time. The Capitol itself, so cool in there, but we can kind of circle back to the seating.
Circle jerk?
So yeah, circle jerk. So we talked about the dudes walking down the middle, and then here comes the part of the chair, and then one of you guys can tell the story about when that girl sat on that dude's lap. I was like, "There's no way this is gonna fly."
And it didn't.
It did not.
He put a stop to it within like 10 seconds. Yeah, so like we said, long story short, like either I'm pretty sure it was probably had to be the promoter or the Capitol or whatever. They double sold a seat, basically, right? Like two people had the same ticket for one seat, and these people were trying in the middle of the fucking show, which is trying to sit them in this seat. And there's only one seat for two people. So the guy just sits down and has the girl just sit on his lap. And everyone's probably thinking, okay, whatever. They're a couple. Like
And they're in the front
they're
row.
in the front row. It lasts for about 5 seconds, and Steve-O's just like, okay, this isn't gonna fucking work. Like he's like, you can't fucking do that. That's just too distracting. And he's just going on a tangent, and like the girl stands up, like she doesn't know what to do. Like eventually, there's a seat over back where they came from. And
Then you had the dickheads behind you
yeah,
two that were
behind
like,
me.
"Hey,
Oh,
Steve-O, there's 2 seats.
We got
right
2
here."
seats over here, Steve-O.
Hey, Steve-O, let me suck your dick. Jesus Christ.
So they sent.
Shut
so the
up.
girl walks over to the other seats to sit down. She's like, "Whatever, I don't care." And then Steve-O's like, "I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I feel bad. Like, that's probably your man or whatever." And she goes, she goes, "No, he's just my friend." He's like, "Oh, okay, fuck that guy then."
He's like, then he goes, "The dude you're sitting next to is pretty hot."
Yeah. Which I mean, like, it actually ended up being a great little segue because like
Well-
that shows that he's funny off of his routine.
Well, for
you know
the,
what I mean?
For the 2 seconds it lasted, because then he yelled at the dude with the phone.
Yeah, right.
Well, and it's funny. He literally was just roasting them, like roasting that group. And you would think after that happened, everybody would kind of button up and sit to attention. And then that dickhead pulled his phone out and he
Lost it.
snapped. He's like, "That's what you fucking get for coming in late, asshole." He's like,
Yeah.
"Put your fucking phone away." He's like, "Put it the fuck away." And I was like, he's about to walk off stage right now.
Yeah, dude, it was a rough like
Dude,
3-4
was.
minutes. I was like, man, this is just not going well. I had secondhand
Oh,
embarrassment.
I swear to God, I've never had more secondhand embarrassment in my
and
life.
like you are completely powerless because you can't leave because then he's going to yell at you
Right.
and make a joke about you, and you can't scream because you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah,
If you're a tough guy, you can't yell at him. So what the fuck are you going to do?
yeah.
You just sit
It
there in
was.
pain.
The best, though, I think all in all, the best part of that whole ordeal was watching how mind blown the attendant was that he couldn't count the seats.
Well,
right
no,
now.
I put that a lot of that on him too.
I agree.
Like he should have been like,
And
"Let's go in the
he
back."
had no sense of urgency,
and figure
dude.
this out.
he had no sense of urgency.
He's like, "Oh,
And he's
just
like
fucking
yelling.
and I have to say, like, what a bad fucking idea by the
Yes.
Capitol or whatever to put those 2 rows of
Yeah,
seats there.
Agreed.
terrible.
Those,
Terrible.
those seats aren't actually there. Like, technically, we were in the second row of seats.
Yeah, they should never do that.
which
again.
were more comfy.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
So instead, we're actually in the 4th row because they add these 2 like special fucking rows. That was just stupid. There's no need for that.
it was
Literally no need for that.
Oh, dude. I mean, I remember as that was going on, I was sweating. I was
Yeah,
like, this
no,
has
it was
no-
awful.
It's like this has nothing to do with me, and I am the most embarrassed person in America. right
If
now.
you're the guy that's getting roasted with his friend, the female friend, do you leave? Because I think I might leave.
I
at
was
that
thinking
moment.
that too. I was like, man, that
The
guy's
type of
gotta
person
be.
I am, I'm out.
no, that wouldn't have made me leave.
The one
I-
person you're there with is roasting you too. I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm sorry.
I would have thought about leaving if I was the phone dude,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
he just fucking cussed me out, and I'm in the very front. I would have thought about just being like, "All
Oh,
right,
fuck that. The phone dude's the same dude that came down the aisle like he and
what's
started
up, dude? What's
Dude,
up?
how you been?
dude?
Like, dude, I'm so just like picturing it and just pissed off all over again. Fucking river trash in this area. Like, just fucking learn some manners.
Dude, and then
Showing up late, like, come on.
and then like as it keeps going on, Steve-O's getting in a good rhythm. You know, basically you kind of explained it a little bit, but he goes on like a 5 or 6 minute story talk and then plays like a 2-second clip and does it throughout there. He's in a rhythm, and then you got people that are fucking yelling in the back again.
Yeah.
It's like what? And we talked about this when we left. I could not imagine paying however much money it was. I can't even remember. Like, let's just say 60, 70, $80 and thinking that the good idea would be to yell at Steve-O. Like, Steve-O's going to be like, right on, dude.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Not-
hysterical.
Not to mention, he literally played a video of himself
Yeah.
before the show saying, like, please don't be on your phones and please do not yell out. Like, those are the 2 rules.
Can I go against the grain here for
Yeah.
a second for a couple things? I understand the frustration, 100%, but I thought he was kind of like an asshole about it. Comedians get heckled all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm just going against the grain
Yeah,
here
which-
because
which is fine.
I was thinking about it today. I was like, no, 100%. Everyone should have shut the fuck up and not done anything. And the whole thing with the people not getting seated, that was terrible. Like, rightfully get pissed about that. But after a while, it's like, you're a fucking professional comedian. Like, why are you getting like so pissed?
So here,
You know what I mean?
here is my rebuttal to that. I understand where you're coming from, but so my answer would be is it's kind of like a trickle down effect. If you start letting 1 or 2 people
Yeah,
yell,
yeah.
then people are
Yeah.
just going to keep
That-
doing
yes,
it the
yeah,
entire
for sure.
show.
No, yeah.
And it ruins it.
And then also, it was like always trying to get us to buy stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys catch,
Well, yeah.
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, he's pushing his merch a
More
lot.
than usual.
More than
yeah.
usual, right?
Yeah.
I'm just being a critic
No, that's and
critic right now.
I knew we were in for a treat when he's just playing those videos in the very beginning, and like he's just laying in bed, and all of a sudden he's like, "Here's my dick," and just like shows his dick. And you guys missed this video, so you guys in the very beginning got up to get drinks, and he has the hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
And he showed a video of him injecting hot sauce in his asshole.
Oh God!
And then the hot sauce comes out, and he shits everywhere, dude. And as soon as Bubba sat down, I was like, "You just missed one of the most epic videos," because it came out red, all the hot sauce, and then shit just started squirting on this white wall.
Disgusting,
It's
dude.
so gross.
Oh my God!
It's so gross.
I have to say, like overall, it was a good time.
Yeah, oh yeah, I had fun.
I think my favorite, because one of his skits or videos, I should say, could easily have been in one of the Jackass movies. Because I agree, probably the rest of the stuff was just like a little over the line on a lot of stuff. It's just a little too much. But the one where he fucking painted bike shorts on himself,
Yeah, that's hilarious.
that's hysterical.
That's
That's
funny.
straight out of like the Jackass movies.
Yeah.
100%.
Like that could easily be in the Jackass movies. That was
100%.
so funny, dude.
So would you say that was probably your
Easily
favorite?
my favorite one. I was sitting there fucking cackling so hard.
Did you have a favorite one?
I would probably agree because it was such, like you said, a recap of like the old skits because he
Yeah.
was doing like the bicycle.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
flip
mean.
Over the
It-
top,
it
flipping in
had-
front of people.
It had literally like the Jackass camera work to it too, where
Yeah.
like they were at a distance. Like he was. I love the public pranks, where you prank
Yeah.
people in public.
He just tries to find someone in a suit to like whip his dick out. I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. They were both really short, but I really liked when he tried to run when he was on whatever drug, and
Anesthesia.
then he got paralyzed, and the bike one. Like you could see how like they
fucked
shot
up.
him up with
Yeah.
whatever, and he wouldn't pass out, and how lit he was.
Yeah, he was just
He
like,
was fucked
he's
up.
like,
he's like, get to the
"Let's
bottom
go.
of the hill.
Let's go.
He reminded me of Jonah
yeah,
Hill and Wolf
dude,
of Wall Street.
That's exactly what I thought too. I thought those two were really
Dude,
funny.
truthfully, I know this is gross, but I think my favorite was Skyjacking, dude.
that one was fucking funny.
I
dude.
mean, when he explained it, and then we got to see the video of him just like, lube! He's
Yeah.
like cranking it. It was
Lube.
great. That was so great.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
You could tell. I knew, like he mentioned that one early on. I knew it was gonna circle back and
Yeah.
be the final one he showed.
Yeah.
That's clearly like his like what he feels is his greatest accomplishment.
And we got to see the dog, which was cool.
Yeah, dude, that was a great moment.
Love doggos.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what oh dude, when he was shitting in the fan was kind of funny too.
That's funny.
Lux is like, is there shit in my vagina?
See, that's too much for me though.
That's what I mean. Like so
That-
that one's like not to say there hasn't been fucking shit gags in Jackass, but like that one, I guess maybe it's because like there was no censoring at all in
Yeah.
what we saw last night. Like you're just full on watching a guy fucking shit into a fan. It's just like
Dude, actually, now that you say that, it is funny. You could recap the whole thing by just saying, like, we got to see Steve-O shit and jerk off.
yeah,
Like, that was literally the show.
pretty much. And jumping piss.
And
Oh,
that
dude,
was
so-
disgusting.
dude. You know what's so funny about that? I whispered to Angie, I was like, dude, they need to drink more water. And he said that like a minute
Yeah.
later, because that piss was fucking brown.
Dark brown.
I'm like, dude, what?
And then he shows the one bottle with, like, the algae or
Ugh.
whatever it was growing in the
Fucking
bottom.
gross, dude.
What do you
Oh.
say, 100 gallons?
190 gallons, I think it was.
Ugh.
Ew.
And then what about his sperm count story though? Like you would assume that if your balls keep getting beat up that you would lose sperm, and he doubled the average amount.
Yeah, that's an anomaly. I don't know. I always think that about the Jackass crew. Like, man, can't believe some of these guys can have children. Specifically, Danger Aaron.
Yeah,
Shout out Danger
Yeah,
Aaron, we got to see him.
He takes so many nut shots.
that's like his thing.
That's
right?
his thing. Like he's like the nut guy.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck does he have in this bag? And he kept pulling those cups out.
Cups,
The stories were funny, but when he would pull the cup out was like the funny part for me.
right?
Yeah,
He's
it's
like, in
he
this
was
one-
like they were Super Bowl trophies or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But they were not impressive cups. Like you'd think they would be
No.
better engineered.
Yeah.
Looks like he went to
100%.
play it again to buy his cup.
Good on him for at least wearing a titanium cup to take a fucking slap shot to the balls.
And that dent in it was
Did you
wild.
guys see that?
I could see
Yeah.
it from the glare.
No. I mean,
That skit, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
in the movie, the new movie, the nut one, the nut, him
With
getting him the
PK?
nuts and everything. Dude, it was rough. The pogo stick one.
That
was
was the one
rough.
for me.
But
That
I think the craziest thing, all the gross shit, I think the craziest thing we saw, period, was taking a gun and pointing it right at your chest with the bulletproof
Knoxville.
vest
Yeah,
on.
what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
How are those guys alive?
Knoxville's the craziest one.
Yeah.
I just could never imagine ever doing
Yeah,
that.
so quick backstory for everyone.
Obviously.
Like, they showed a clip of Johnny Knoxville. He wanted to test out his bulletproof vest, so he just reached out his arms with a pistol and just shot himself in the chest. One, he just fucking stood there. You
Yeah.
think like you'd go down and be like, "Oh, that hurt," or fucking fall back. He just did it and stood there.
That's
like,
what I
just
thought.
shot myself. Like, what the fuck?
What about the fact that he did it Russian
Russian
roulette
roulette
style?
Yeah, what
He
a
just put one
psycho.
bullet in and spun the wheel.
But like that's what's funny about people though. If every single person has done crazy shit on that crew and everybody's like, I'm not shooting you, I'm not doing it, to just go, fine, I'm gonna shoot myself to make it even a closer shot is insane. Which all goes back to no wonder all those dudes were bad on drugs.
Yeah.
You have to be to do shit like that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because if I would never let one of my friends fucking
Yeah,
shoot themselves.
That was my next point to like
I would
watch
never
and
do
like
that.
the boo when it like wouldn't go off.
Like
that's
Bubba
just-
saying, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot myself," and me say, "Okay, let me pull out my camera and record it." Like, no way. I
Yeah.
know that's how they've made a fuck ton of money doing crazy shit,
Right.
but like, no way.
I think that clip is that's pre.
they were
It's
young.
either pre Jackass or pre Jackass
yeah,
movies.
They were
It's-
young.
It's,
they were young.
it's one of the
that.
two.
It looked like it was as old as like the TV show.
Yeah.
Which like I always forget about the TV show.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I just think of Jackass now in all the movies. But what there was Jackass. But what was the other one with Steve-O and
Wild Boys.
Wild Boys?
Yeah.
Like all that, and that's crazy to think that when we were growing up, that's the stuff we watched on TV, dude. It's wild.
All like they basically all had fucking MTV shows. Viva La
Dude.
Bam.
MTV was the shit back in the day.
For sure.
So, just so we can move on to something else, what was your guys' favorite MTV show back in the day? I know what mine is.
Oh, it is
Actually, I have two. Oh, this is hard. Actually, now that I'm diving deep, I really liked Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was MTV,
Next.
right?
Yeah, it
Hell
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Room Raiders.
Room
Yeah.
Raiders
That was
classic.
a solid one. They always like do the blue light and just see all the cum stains and shit.
For
and
sure.
me as a kid, I didn't even know.
I'll
like,
never forget the episode where that happened. The guy's like, "Oh no, that's dog slobber. I let my dog sleep with me every
Ectoplasm. There's a
night."
ghost in here.
Dude, so I know you're kind of on shows like that, but to kind of switch it, I would say my favorite MTV show ever was Two-A-Days.
Really? Okay, I
with-
forgot
with
about Two Day.
Hoover.
Yeah, Hoover.
Hoover
Fuck.
High.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember.
It's a football
that.
show.
Yeah, it was sick. That was
And it was like a real show. Not
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
show.
yeah.
I mean,
that
it's
was-
still reality television, but yeah.
Dude, the Real World was sick too.
I love the Real World. I've always been a fan of the Real World, and I still watch the Challenge to this day. So truthfully, my answer should be the Challenge. Okay, I'll change my answer. It's the Challenge because
Okay.
I still watch that to this day.
It's too. I mean, like this is a tough question because, it changed. You know, it always
Yeah.
changed over time. I mean,
Yeah.
like
It
we
is
can't
tough.
forget about Cribs.
Cribs.
I mean-
Dude, what was this MTV? Was Pimp My Ride on MTV?
Yes, it was.
Oh, I
That's what I mean,
loved
dude.
Pimp My Ride.
Come home from school, like at the
Oh
end
my
of my
God.
grade school era, and it would be you'd watch Pimp My Ride and fucking Cribs.
Dude, I absolutely loved Pimp My Ride. Wow.
If you want to be a player, put your wheels ain't fly.
Dude, that's insane.
That's incredible.
The funniest part was how over the top it was. They just put like whole
Oh,
houses
dude.
Yeah,
back for no
deadass.
reason.
Just ridiculous
like
shit.
a sauna. Like somebody has a sauna
I'm
in
gonna
their
put
car.
a hot tub in this guy's trunk.
They would bring in a Mini Cooper and put like a whole kitchen and a TV entertainment station. It's like, how do you put all this in a car?
Spinners on a BT loser. Jesus.
You ever see like years later where Exhibit has been on some podcasts talking about that show and how like none of it was. It was all like staged. They'd find these like fucked up cars. He's like, yeah, they would do this shit to the cars, but half of them still weren't like drivable.
That's funny. That's
You know what I
actually
mean?
makes it even
Like they
funnier.
were definitely not street
Yeah,
legal.
yeah,
like they
making it
fall
worse.
apart. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
like it was all just for like the novelty.
Yeah.
But on the other side, West Coast Customs, who he partnered up with to do that show, is an actual garage.
and they were in GTA,
And
right?
No, you're thinking of
I thought they were in San
Los Santos Customs
Fuck me.
or Pay and Spray.
Yeah, pants, right, that's right.
But they're an actual like garage. Like they actually do that stuff, and they still do. Like they're a pretty actual like reputable company. Like
Yeah.
they've done actual real work. That's very good.
Which now I'm laughing that you said that because I just picture like the whole reveal of the car and then like they drive out of the garage and they take a right and like everything just falls off.
Or they get pulled over.
Yeah, it'd be so great.
It's such a funny concept, dude. Imagine just like sitting in your living room and Exhibit's knocking on the door. You answer the door, you're like, it like
What's
goes
up?
fucking crazy.
He's like, yo, I saw this piece of shit out here.
We want to pimp you right.
He's like, I was driving down
I
the
dri-
street. I felt bad for you, dude. I see this fucking piece of rust you got out here. I wanted to hook you up.
Have a fucking field day fucking driving up and down those Ohio river towns.
Oh my
Real
Finding
dog.
cars to
Dude,
pimp.
you could have a Pimp My Ride
No,
wheeling
no
edition.
inspections too, right?
That's what I
You can
mean.
do whatever the fuck
You ever
want.
notice like the
Dude.
Ohio cars that drive around Wheeling are like some of them have like duct taped bumpers
I love
and
it.
stuff.
You ever
it's
notice-
hilarious.
All you do is cross the river and look how many used car dealerships
Yeah,
there are.
yeah,
It's true.
Everywhere.
Always has a red door.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like silver.
right. But I think my real answer probably would have to be it's either Robin Big or Viva La
Dang,
Bam.
see,
See, there you
think
go.
of-
Shows I
yeah.
wasn't even thinking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah.
those two.
Mine's definitely Viva the Bam, and then
Okay.
Beavis and Butthead I liked a lot too.
Wow, I
but it
forgot that
older.
was a MTV
See,
show.
my two answers were fucking trash compared to
Well,
what you guys
I
were
think
naming.
Next was later, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I really like Next too. Made me laugh.
Next and wait, what was the premise of Next? That's where like there'd be like 5 people.
They were like
She
blind
would like
dates or
date
something,
each one of
right?
them, but she
Yeah.
could next them off the bus.
Yeah.
So you could like next what right? Yeah, but you can like so you had to go in order, and the premise was like it could last as long as you wanted it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if it's a
and
good
sometimes
date,
wouldn't even make it onto the next guy.
right, or they would get nexted immediately.
Dude,
which
that
was
I
the
was about to
best
say
part.
those would be my favorite ones. The guy would come walking off the bus and she'd just be like, "Next."
Oh,
Wouldn't
Dude,
even
how
talk to him.
How demoralizing
just be
would
like-
that be?
And they'd always had like the cheesy ass like intros.
Uh-huh.
Like, they thought they were sweet.
oh my god,
So funny.
How demoralizing would that be?
But what's there was like a third show that kind of in like the same vein as those two shows, Room Raiders and Next.
I'm happy you said that because my
Right?
wheels are
I'm-
spinning.
I'm
I feel like there's
forgetting what it
something
was.
else.
Let me ask the old Google machine.
I'm
Yeah.
not over there on the Google.
It's okay.
Yeah, Room Raiders, Next, Cribs. I don't know, man.
I swear there was like, am I crazy or
Wasn't there like a Cupid show? Or was that might have been VH1?
Yeah,
Um,
VH1 did have. Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm trying to see.
Oh my God, we're forgetting
I'm
about
trying to go way
a
back.
classic one.
Which one?
Punked.
Oh, that.
Punked!
Oh yeah, Punked
Oh
was
my
legit.
God.
Dude, that was such a good show. That was such a good show. And fun fact, I know you said you've listened to Andrew Santino sometimes. I don't know if you've heard him say this. That's where like he got his quote unquote start. Like he's in some of the episodes of Punked
Oh yeah,
as, like,
no,
the
yeah,
actor,
you told me that.
which is crazy to think about and hilarious at the same time.
We're
There's
also
to this-
forgetting about 2 other major ones. Dude, the list just goes on.
Let's go.
Jersey Shore,
Oh,
Oh,
dude, Jersey
Buck
Shore.
Wild.
Buck
Dude,
Wild.
We said this, but Jersey Shore people were literally the most famous fucking people in the world.
They were.
What about?
Oh my
remember
God,
the show
another one.
Made? MADE.
What was that?
I can't remember. I just remember the name. It was like I can't remember.
Oh my god, dude, this list is.
It
I
is
forgot
crazy.
so many of these. The Hills,
Classic. Laguna
Silent
Beach.
Library.
Silent
Oh, I
Library.
Remember
love
that one?
Silent Library. Whoa.
I loved
Silent Library is fucking awesome.
Yeah, fuck. The Hills, Laguna Beach.
Oh, my Super Sweet 16.
Oh, yeah.
I actually liked that one.
Dude, I used to get so
Dude,
jealous
there's
of those
so
kids.
many shows.
I'd be watching Super Sweet 16. I'd be like, you're such an asshole.
Oh,
that
Jake,
you're gonna
you're
fucking
forgetting
like that."
about one of your favorites,
What?
Teen Mom.
Teen Mom. Love Teen Mom, dude. Shout out Leah, West Virginia girl, baby. Let's go.
I have some breaking news.
What?
Uh-oh.
We got a Facebook
I was going
message
to say, it just popped up on my
On
phone,
our-
too.
on our Juicebox Facebook from someone that sent us a diabetes article and said, "This is interesting." Hey,
she sent it twice.
yeah, hey,
We should break it down next episode.
hey, Therese Nancy, if you're listening, we are not the Diabetes the Juicebox podcast.
I'm happy that happened. We haven't got one of those in a while.
What was Friend Zone? It
Friend-
sounds
not sure.
familiar.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. The list goes on.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, MTV, and I'm trying to remember. Was it Channel 24?
Catfish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Catfish was legit too. You guys ever watch the Catfish movie?
Catfish
Before
movies,
the
man.
show
I
came out?
did. Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty intense. Bubba, you know how that started? Neve got catfished.
Oh, I think I did hear. Yeah,
That's why he started the show, because he like fell in love with this
His-
girl.
hysterical. I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah, it's kind of rude to laugh at people's
Good.
misfortune, but
Let-
hysterical.
Let it rip, dude. Because like back in the day when the internet was new is one thing, but the fact that people still get duped from fake profiles is crazy.
The unraveling was always. Oh my god, so funny.
Yeah, dude. And I remember, yeah, Neve was heartbroken. He
Yeah.
like answers the door. He's like, her and her husband or something standing there. He's like, why did you
He's
do
like,
this
"Who
to
the
me?
fuck are you?"
Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46.
TLC or TRL.
Oh, I love
TLC.
TRL.
Fuck.
T-
TLC. Total Request Live. That was very, very popular for a
I
long
never
time.
Never knew what that stood for until right now.
Yeah. There you
Total-
go.
Total
Learn
Request
something
Live.
new every day.
Sway and Lala.
Damn. We need some juice.
What do you mean?
We need to get some energy in here.
Oh, dude, we're good. We're so good. No, yeah, we were just crushing the old MTV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still in my head right now. I swear there's a show I'm fucking forgetting about. It's bugging the hell out of me, but I don't want to linger on this, so we should move on.
Speaking of that era back then, what's going on with LimeWire?
Because
Because I really don't understand. it.
honestly, I don't. I just saw the ad, and I think it's brilliant. Like, so LimeWire is rebooting, and now it's a NFT marketplace.
Really?
Yes,
I'm learning this on the spot.
the commercial is sick. It's like got Soulja Boy. He's not in it. They're playing the Crank That Soulja Boy song. And it's like these little kids, like back in the day when that song was famous. So it'd be like our age people when we were kids. They're like listening to Soulja Boy, and they're on LimeWire, like downloading music. And then it like is like a flash forward of the same people, and now they're grown up like our age. And then they come home after work and they hop on LimeWire, but they're like buying or like flipping NFTs on LimeWire because now it's an NFT marketplace.
That's kind of sick. I mean,
I think it's the commercial. I mean, it was just brilliant marketing. I thought.
yeah, I mean, what a way to rebrand, and because everybody our age knows the term LimeWire.
Yeah. So I thought it was whoever's in charge of that. I thought it was an extremely smart idea.
Which I wonder, truthfully, how many computers overall LimeWire ruined.
a lot.
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, got to be in the hundreds of thousands, I would say.
I can account for 2.
Dude, it was always bullshit when you were trying to download that song and then it ended up being fucking Bill Clinton
Yeah.
saying, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman."
Monica Lewinsky.
Then there was FrostWire,
Frostwire,
and it was just the same fucking thing,
There's a
wasn't
bunch,
it?
dude. BearShare.
Napster.
Whoa.
There's a bunch of LimeWire clones.
I remember when Jake introduced me to, I think it was FrostWire.
LimeWire Pro.
I used to use Frostwire.
And I was like, I thought I just hit the lottery. Like, I thought it was the coolest thing. Think about how crazy that is. Like, when we were kids, like, you didn't have all the access to all the music. Now I can just play any song I fucking want to at any given time. It's crazy.
It's kind of weird to even think about because in my brain I'm so used to being able to get anything that I want. I remember how hyped I was when I figured out there was a website that you could take the audio from YouTube videos.
Yeah, that was
yeah, or YouTube to MP3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I still use that.
So do I.
When I make videos and shit.
I was like, this is incredible.
That's such a good site.
Dude,
That's what we use to make like all of Lincoln Studios
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And kids, you don't understand how fun it used to be to be like, hey, mom, or can you take me to CVS? And you go buy that 10 stack of discs and you come walking out the blank CDs. You're like, I'm about to make some fucking mixtapes, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like the
Wow.
the whole fucking Limewire iPod era was such a cool fucking era. And then it accompanied with like burning CDs. But dude, I burned CDs all the way into college. I was still burning CDs like first couple of years of college.
Dude, I'll
For
never
100%.
sure was listening to fucking CDs in my car.
Yeah.
I'll
Like,
never
that's what it was.
forget the thrill when I burnt my first CD like on our laptop. Because we never had we had that old computer for the longest time, and then we got a laptop, and I thought like, dude, Jake, we're rich as
I know.
fuck.
Dude, it was cool.
Like I literally thought that, and then Jake introduced me to Frostwire and all that shit. And I burnt my first CD, and I thought like I just discovered like the secret to the universe.
When you put that CD in,
Yes,
and it
I was
actually worked. You're
Yes,
like,
and it
"Oh my
worked.
God."
And I was like, dude, what did I just do? Like, I'm a DJ. Like, this
it
is crazy.
it was sick, and honestly, like my parents were like in awe of it too. They're like,
Oh, for sure.
I was like, hey, Dad, like made this CD, like check it out. He's like, what do you mean you made it? And it's just like a mixtape of a bunch of different songs, and he's like, what the fuck?
You think you can burn?
He used to give me lists of songs.
That is
he'd be
incredible.
like, make me a CD with these
And
on.
he's probably pumped.
Yeah, for like, dude, it's so funny how it changed. Like, once we got into college, I wasn't making. Well, I still made a few like mixtape CDs. Or okay, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
Burnt?
yeah, burnt CDs, but
Like playlist CDs.
compilation. But
That's it.
what it turned into in college was I would download mixtapes off of like Dat Piff.
That piff.
And you'd be pumped. I'd be like, man, the new Mac mixtape came out. But obviously you can't buy this on CD.
Yeah.
You download it, rip it onto a CD.
That's crazy to think.
Right?
About, honestly.
My car in college was just filled with like Wiz and Mac Miller mixtapes.
Dude, and I mean, I've probably said this on here, maybe not, but I will never forget when Best Day Ever came out. It broke the
Crashed
internet.
the internet, yeah.
It took forever to download, and I burnt a CD of it so quick that's when Mac forgot to put Life Ain't Easy and Keep Floating. So I had literally the original mixtape, and then I remember it was probably a couple weeks later, not too long, and me and Jacko were doing arts and crafts, and he like played this song, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's like, it's on Best Day Ever. And I was like, no, it's
No,
not.
it ain't.
Yeah, no, it ain't, dude. I have that shit. But long story short, I remember sitting up there. It was like a Friday night, getting ready to go to Vance or something dumb, whatever we were doing. And I wouldn't leave the house until the CD was burnt because you were going to go drive around and listen to the mixtape.
Right. Remember those nights? You'd be like, I'm burning a CD for the night.
Yeah.
I'm burning a CD for my rides tonight.
Dude,
Yeah.
And you'd sit there and wait and be like, come on.
And then I know I didn't have it, but I can't remember who had it in their car. It was one of the cassette things
Yup.
Oh my
with the
God.
wire.
Great
Yeah, with the
transition.
wire.
And I
yeah.
was like, what? Like, I can plug my phone into this and play music. Do you remember how I thought that was so crazy?
Me too.
Mine was fucking weird. What I had at one point, you plugged it into the fucking lighter port thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about. And then you'd have to on the face of it, you'd set it to a radio station.
Yeah.
You'd plug that in, you'd set it to a radio station, then you had to have your radio station matched up with it, and then you could plug your
Yeah.
phone into it, and it would play.
Dude. Wow.
Dude.
Like,
What an invention.
So
who came up with that, and
Seriously.
how does it work?
That's groundbreaking.
that type of device, I don't think I got the cassette. I got that one. That was one of the first things I bought with my first Discover credit card at Radio Shack. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I bought mine over there too at that radio show.
It was the first thing that I bought on that credit card. And I was like walking in and like first time using the credit card. So it was like a double whammy. I was like, this is so fucking cool.
All my
Yeah.
money's still there.
Yeah, I was like, this is sick. But yeah, no, I do remember being in awe when those kind of devices came out in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And again, that was in the very beginning too, where that was the first time we had music players on our phones.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like the iPhone. It
yeah,
wasn't an
you could pull
iPod.
up. Yeah, you could pull up YouTube. Or
Yeah,
something.
like you could pull it up on your iPhone
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
having to have like an iPod or another device.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Well, because that's how it was for a little bit.
Dude,
I had
wish.
I had to have a separate iPod.
Yeah. And then all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
I forgot about that.
it comes out and it's all in one thing, and you're like, "This is magic."
I literally
Yeah.
wish I could see my iPod Nano right now and see my music library because I know it was fucking trash. Like I think I had which it's not bad, but it's just funny. I think I had like T-Pain
yeah, of
and
course.
like Hinder
yeah,
and
yeah.
like Soldier Boy.
It's really
all,
good to
dude,
hear
all
your
that
voice.
same fucking era.
Yeah.
Sounds so
I had
sweet.
to have I had to have Lips of an Angel
coming
on my
from
iPod.
lips of an
I love
angel.
that song, dude. Like I remember driving up to not me driving, getting a ride up to Ogilvy to go snowboarding and just jamming
Jam.
Lips of an Angel.
I remember fucking Paul Henry always would just fucking jam that song on the hockey buses.
That's awesome.
He just loved it.
And I'm blanking on who. There's like a famous girl that's in the music video, and I can never remember who it is. But yeah, it's like a decent actress now.
Really?
But what did you guys ever make a CD for a girl?
Uh-huh.
I was never,
Yeah.
Jake, you know me. I've never been technological, and to me, back in the day, I was confused on how to do it. A
Yeah?
lot of the time, said no, I never have. I've gotten them made for me because I'm a G.
Was you a dog?
Yeah, because I'm a dog like that. Like Happy Valentine's Day, JT.
Was it the Waterbug mix?
Yeah, that's
What
what
a
it was.
So,
Yeah, I made many of CDs for girls.
yeah.
That was like my thing.
It's a love
Hell
language.
You're
yeah.
probably like, hey, you wanna go for a ride?
No, and
tonight?"
I would write on it with Sharpie, like a fucking loser. Sitting here thinking about it, I'm getting like all fucking. I'm blushing.
Oh,
Oh,
big
yeah.
dog.
It's so funny.
Dude,
Good
so,
memories.
So call back, Punked. Ashton Kutcher, there's no better scene where he in No Strings Attached when he comes over, he's like, I made you a period mix.
Period. Yeah, that is funny. That is funny.
Donuts. He's like, I keep bleeding, I
Yeah.
keep
It's got Bloody Sunday or whatever by
Yeah.
U2 on it. That's
Oh,
funny.
dude, that shit's great. But
Ye-
yeah,
Yeah, dude, I was so obsessed with burning CDs. It was just so much fun to do.
well, and it's
I would just do it for like,
Any reason.
yeah.
and it's funny.
You
I
got-
have a lot of them left still.
oh, that's cool, dude. We should crank some out.
And recently, no, well, not semi-recently, probably like 2 years ago, there was some lost Wheeling rapper music that got taken off YouTube and it was just gone. No one thought they'd ever hear those songs again. I found a fucking burnt CD
Yeah.
with some of them on it, and I was like, "Let's go." Yeah, so I have them in my iTunes.
Dude, I know who you're talking about. Kid could spit.
Kid could fucking rap, straight up.
Shout out Epidemic. if
Yeah,
you're
Oh,
out
is that
there
who we're talking
somewhere.
about?
Dude, he could fucking rap. He's got, and I'm not even lying when I say this, and you guys can clown me or our viewers can clown me. I've listened to a lot of rap music in my life. Epidemic has the hardest rap lyric I've ever heard in a rap song ever.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
No. I'm not a rapper.
Yeah, I am not a rapper. No, but
But
Does it
if
have
anyone wants to hear it, I have the song. It's one of the songs that was lost forever, but I have it.
yeah. Dude.
in the archives.
Dude, maybe I should just re-upload his songs to YouTube.
There you go.
I fucking should.
As an NFT.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Sell it on Limewire.
Full circle.
Okay, I'm making a new YouTube page called like Wheeling Archives.
Wheeling hitters.
It's just gonna be like anything to do with wheeling.
No, dude, he did. I mean, dude, I remember everybody had that track. Excuse me, that track on a CD. It was big time. Everyone was like, hey,
it was
dude, let me get
actual
that.
fire, like not lying.
But I don't know. Now that we're talking about it, I really do. The part that makes me the most sad about the burnt CDs and like the radio conversion things is I really don't remember. Like I know that happened, but in my brain I'm so programmed to what we have now that I can't remember that feeling.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, man.
It does.
It really it's just a lost. It's just a lost thing now. Just like when we moved on from VHS to DVD, from DVD to Blu-ray, and now who the fuck buys fucking
You don't
DVDs
edit
anymore?
anything, yeah.
Yeah. No, so I buy movies. Yeah, dude, that is crazy. I never buy DVDs.
Dude, it's just crazy. Like we've talked about it before on here, but like I'd say that from when we were born to now has to be like the fastest technological advancement ever.
100%. 100%.
Like
dude.
the technology was not advancing that fast in the older decades.
Do you remember how hype you would be when you were younger and you'd go like your family would go shopping, like your brother, mom, dad, you go to all these places. Remember how sick it would be when your parents would take you to Walmart and you found the piece of gold in the $5 DVD bin?
Yeah.
Like those bins don't exist anymore.
No.
I don't believe.
I haven't seen
Oh,
a $5 DVD bin.
They got them at the Dollar General. You best believe.
Okay,
Do
yeah,
they?
you're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
They do.
Okay.
What
They
what
do.
gems they got in there?
They got some. Honestly,
Really?
they don't have bad movies at the Dollar General.
It's just like, does anyone here own a DVD player?
Nope.
Well,
Is your Xbox?
Just-
Yeah, all right. I guess
No,
my Xbox could. Play
I don't have.
DVDs.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't be able to play a DVD at home on anything. That's crazy.
that is
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Even our fucking laptops nowadays don't have disc trays,
No, it's
which I don't like.
I don't like.
That's
that
one of the
either.
main reasons people ask me all the time why I haven't thrown out my original MacBook Pro. It's because it's got a fucking. I could put CDs in it,
Yeah.
and add shit to my iTunes,
Yeah.
or play DVDs or do whatever. I can burn CDs in that
They're
laptop.
not in cars anymore, trucks anymore, really.
Whoa.
Dang.
Dude, I just had a horrible realization.
What?
If somebody asked me to burn a CD for them right now, I wouldn't remember how to do it. That's so sad. I'd just be like, no, I could just make you a Spotify playlist.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'd tell them.
What the fuck do you do?
Dude, CDs they're just extinct now. Like
They
dead
are.
ass. You can't, like you said, you can't even put them in your fucking truck.
Yeah.
Can you? They don't even
No.
have the
No.
thing. Well, dude, I haven't thought about a CD in years. This is crazy.
Dude, is it the end of an era?
it's the fucking.
The era's been over.
I
my
feel
guy.
like I'm in
It's
an
been
episode
over.
of Westworld right now, where I'm just gaining consciousness and realizing that we're alive.
Isn't
Like,
it kind of sad?
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
actually
that is really sad.
really bummed sitting here now. Truthfully.
Aren't you? Like
Yeah.
it was just like I've said it before. Humanity's getting advanced too much to where we're just fucking sacks of meat that sit around.
Oh yeah.
There's a novelty to like doing stuff like
Yeah.
making your own CD. Like the process was fun.
I maybe because I'm like a scheduled based person, but I like even on the weekends, like I like having shit to do that's like mundane. Like when I have to
Right.
get a haircut, it's like you're going to do something in public.
Right.
You don't have to do anything in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually is funny to think that we're making all these technological advances so we don't have to do dick.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
kind of
fucked up.
crazy.
Like there obviously has been benefits, but like some stuff I feel like just didn't need to advance.
No.
Like you could have reached a technological peak for some stuff and it would have been fine.
Dude, and in my head right now, literally, as soon as we started talking about this, I'm seeing this right now, dude.
Are you
Like-
seeing it?
After a Central football game, getting in the tribute, putting my burnt CD on right above it comes on. Dude.
Oh,
And
yeah.
da-na-na-na, and just trying to fucking
Yeah.
get into some
Dude.
mischief, bro. I'm
Yeah.
seeing it like driving. Na-na-na-na, like I'll never have
Catching it,
that.
dude.
And that same CD had all of the lights
All of the
remix.
lights.
All of the lights remix.
Turn up the light, dude. That CD was fire.
Yeah, it was.
See,
Lights
we're talking-
on.
We're
I
talking
see your
about
face.
I've saved. Like I said, I have burnt CDs I made that I put them in like the Hall of Fame of burnt
Yeah.
CDs. I was like, I'll never throw that away. That's
Ours
too
just
good of
got-
a mix.
I
It's
think
too good of a
Ours
mix.
just got lost
I
in the
know.
ether.
But
No
this-
idea where they are.
See, that's what's funny. Me and JT are talking about a burnt CD that we know about. That's a one of one that nobody else has ever
Right.
heard.
Exactly.
So,
Fuck.
hey,
I-
you're right, Bubba. Make it an NFT. One
Yeah.
one of one.
One of one.
Me and Dylan Snyder, I'll never forget, we called it the legendary fucking CD or legendary something. And it's because him and I one night in Wheeling, this is so long ago, I made this CD and we've legit sat in fucking McDonald's parking lot and let the CD play from front to back. And
Just
like,
vibe.
yeah, we vibed, and every song that came on, we were looking at each other like, this is so sick. And like, I'll never forget that night. And I have to imagine he still remembers that.
Czar, you've talked before about having like theme parties.
Yeah.
That's like another one you need to have.
Yes.
Just like no phones, like your parents drop you off,
Well, that's-
playing mixes.
that's what I
Bro.
said.
No, a
Dude.
CD party.
That's what I said about the
'80s.
'80s one. I said the '80s one has to be no cell phones. So yeah, we need to be like era appropriate.
Wonder where I can buy one of those brick phones. Walk
Yeah.
into the '80s party and be like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Call a taxi
Like if
company.
you
no
want to,
Uber
like
that
if you
night.
want to show
I
up,
got it. I
if you
got
want
a
to
guy.
show up with like if I do a fucking like a 2010s party, maybe a little bit before that, like a 08, 09. Like if you want to show up with a BlackBerry Pearl, then that's fine. But don't show up with a fucking iPhone with your fucking Bluetooth technology and your
Yeah.
fucking Spotify playlist.
don't
I
want
won't
that
have
shit.
it.
Not,
But
yeah.
if you want to bring one of those flippable CD cases and flip through the CDs, I'm all for it.
Dude, early 2000s, I easily would dress up like I was going to the NBA draft. Dude. Every time. If I ever go to an early 2000s, I'm dressing
Yeah.
up like the NBA.
And
draft.
I have pictures of me in the early 2000s wearing like North Carolina Tar Heels gear, and I was never a Tar Heels
Dude,
fan.
but that was the thing though too.
It
'cause
was.
I had so many different sports teams. shit.
Yeah,
like I had a Minnesota Vikings coat and like all the like I had a Tom Brady jersey. Patriots. I don't fucking like
Yeah.
the Patriots.
no
What was that store at the mall?
Sam Goodies.
Velocity,
No. Remember the sports store?
Velocity.
It was not Velocity.
No.
Remember Velocity? It was a sports
was
store.
that?
it was
I'm-
Hibbit.
Hibbit
No,
Sports.
Nope.
Yeah.
It was. Dude, I'm telling you.
Velocity.
No, dude, it's not. It was like two words. I want to say it was like
Sam Goodies.
something. In
Oh, Stephen Barry.
Stephen
Oh,
Barry's, dude.
yeah, yeah.
That store, you would walk around, you'd be like, "There's so many sports stuff."
Dude, you
here."
could make that a night. Like went to Stephen Barry's and then you went and caught a movie.
Yeah.
right next
Yeah.
door.
Dude, you could
Oh,
go into
wow.
Stephen Barry's and buy a shit ton of stuff for like $20.
Velocity.
Velocity. Do you remember Velocity?
I do.
though?
I know exactly what you're talking
Stephen
about. Yeah.
Barry's had major Old Navy vibes,
Yeah.
but for sports.
And they sold one pair of shoes, and it was
Yeah.
the Stephon Marbury shoes.
Yeah, the Starberries.
the Starberries. Yeah.
Fucking, that was a big store. Do you remember?
It was giant.
They put it in, I think, over at the mall now. That's Michael's,
Yep.
right?
Or the arts place.
Yeah. And like, that's a big location there. That sucks that ever went away. Like, that's in essence like a good idea for a store.
Hell yeah.
So, a place you can go in and buy like sports T-shirts for like $6, $7.
Honestly, it probably went away because of the NCAA. Probably was like something about you can't sell all the. It probably, honestly, I doubt it went out of business. It probably had something to do with the NCAA because they suck.
Yeah, probably was a bunch of like licensing issues
Legal
and
shit.
shit.
But yeah, I mean, you'd have like Michigan State stuff and then like Arizona State. And then you would just want to buy this team because it's halfway across the country. You're like, oh, that's a cool
Just buy
TCU
stupid
shirt.
shit. I remember bought like a fucking Army football
Yeah.
T-shirt there. I was like, what the fuck did I buy that? No idea.
Oh
But it
my
was
God.
cheap. I also have a funny story. My first time ever going into one of those, because Wheeling didn't get one, but there was one in Charleston, the Charleston Mall, before we ever had one here.
Legendary. Mall.
And we went to the Capitol in Charleston on a field trip. I was in 8th grade. And this is so stupid. Just goes to show how naive I was. We went into Stephen Barry's. We weren't supposed to. I bought a T-shirt. And
Typical.
the T-shirt was a white T-shirt, and it had like the logo that would be on like the men's bathroom, like the man
Yeah.
with like the circle head, except he was missing his head, and underneath of it said "Need head?" ?
Dude,
I forgot they had
love
shirts
that.
like that.
I didn't get the joke.
That's funny.
I was young. I didn't get the joke. I thought like literally like, dude, it's a headless guy. Like, need head? Like that's what I thought the joke was. I didn't think it was a sexual joke. So it turns out we were back on the bus on the way to Wheeling, from Charleston, and like I'm being stupid. I'm putting my shirt up against the window. Like every car that drives by, I'm like putting the shirt up against the window, and like these people are seeing it. Anyways, somebody decided to call the number that was on the bus company and was like, yeah, like somebody was showing us a sign or a shirt that said "Need head," and like we're real offended, blah, blah, blah.
Dang.
It got reported to the school because they found out what route that bus was on that day.
Nuh-uh.
And I got in fucking trouble. My
That's so funny.
parents were fucking pissed at me, and my dad did not believe me that. I kept telling him, I was like, I didn't understand the joke. I was like, I thought it was an innocent, like, headless guy. To this day, he doesn't believe me.
That's
He's like,
great.
you're a fucking liar.
And
I'm like, no, I swear to fucking God.
It's actually crazy to think that people were even getting offended back then.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking dicks.
Remember when plaid shorts were a thing?
Oh
Oh
my
my.
God.
Dude,
That's all I rock.
I
Shorts.
loved my plaid shorts. And like if I got a new pair, I'd be pumped.
Truthfully, I forgot about the plaid era, and I don't know how because I had like 8 pair of
Yeah,
plaid
I had
shorts.
so many.
I never had a pair.
Oh,
Be-
dude, I had
Believe me
so
if you
many.
want or don't, but I actually never had plaid shorts.
I had so many, and then I'd rock like a Hollister polo with it.
Yeah,
I
I was
literally
gonna
I
say,
can picture you.
Plaid shorts and,
And
polos.
did you wear the type of belt on those shorts that was like
Yes.
you pulled it through the ring and then back
Yes!
through the yes, exactly.
Exactly. And my hair was really long, and I probably had a pair of DC shoes on or
or
something. I
Etnies.
had,
Dude,
Yeah.
okay. We need to have an era party with that look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has to be the look.
I'm getting at these.
I remember I had
Oh
my
my
I
God.
got a white pair of DCs with like green accents, and I thought they were so sick. And I figured out how to lace them cool. Remember?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Instead of lacing them normal, Etnies were always laced where it just was like went straight across.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
And I like worked on my DC shoes for an hour trying to figure out how to lace them this way. And then I got them laced, and I was like, Jake, like check this out.
Yeah.
Like they're laced the cool way.
And I remember how mind blown I was when I figured out that Rob Deerdeck was DC.
Mhm.
I probably learned that in the most recent years. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that era was sick. Everybody had like their backpacks and their shoes. That everybody had the skateboarding backpacks, and like you thought you were cool if you'd run up and like unbuckle the parts for the skateboard.
Right.
Wow,
Those were the days.
this were the fucking
Dude, just
days.
I
running
long
around,
for those
just
days.
running around the St. Mike's Carnival in my plaid shorts,
Oh.
playing games, trying to win stuff.
Dude, and me and John
Just
were
taking me
talking about
back.
this. I completely forgot until he jogged my memory that the carnival and the festival used to be one thing.
Yeah.
Like they had the
Well,
ride.
It was the festival for the longest time, and then they expanded. Remember? Because do you remember what was in that parking lot? It
Yeah,
was a
there was, like,
Kroger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was
That's
crazy
wild.
rides.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot it
And
was
when
Kroger.
they shut Kroger down, St. Mike's bought the property,
Yeah,
and they started putting. Yeah, they would have the festival combined with the big fucking rides over there.
because the older I got, they did two different things. They would have the festival and then the carnival, and I literally forgot at one point that it was all
it was
happening
all
at
at the same
time,
night. Yeah,
which is crazy.
dude, that shit. Like, I understand why they ended it eventually. It got way too rowdy.
Oh yeah,
It got
Yeah.
worse and worse over the years.
100%.
Dude,
So-
whoa.
Yeah, what about our St. Mike's story?
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah, great time. It was awesome. So, yeah, so last week we were at the fair, and I don't know where Bubba ran off to, but we
I
were
was
in.
gonna say I don't remember what.
Yeah,
you're gonna
but
say.
we were standing inside by the pencil machine, like just taking it all in, like the old times,
Reminiscing.
reminiscing on the good times. Like just wanted to put some quarters in there and buy a mechanical pencil, but we're just chilling there, and Zarly was like, "Let's go upstairs and like sneak through the school." and like
30-year-old.
yeah,
I know.
I mean, I was like, I don't know, but we walked up, but they had the doors caution taped shut, like around the handles. So I was like, no, like we're not going to do this. I'm not trying to get arrested for sneaking through my grade school.
100%.
So we I turned around to say, like, guys, like, let's just go. And I walked and just spilled my whole beer
Everywhere.
whole beer in the stairwell. And then we just ran like little kids. Like,
It
we
was
better
awesome.
run.
It was. It
We
was a
got
funny
beer.
moment.
We got beer in school. We gotta run.
It was so cool. I felt like dangerous, like young and dangerous.
Yeah,
for a little
I did
while.
too. And then we ran into the bathroom, and it smelled like weed in the bathroom.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's what I was telling John because John didn't get to go, and I was like, I don't care if you smoke weed. There's hundreds of places to do it. Don't do it in the one bathroom that everybody's got to piss or shit in a
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
It's just disrespectful.
you know that was probably some fucking young idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been me 10 years ago.
It was probably somebody that was at the Steve-O show with us last night.
Probably.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, do you guys want to talk about the telescope images, or does anybody have anything to?
Well, it's about the telescope, first of all. Yeah, let's get clear ass images from a gazillion light years away. But any security footage there is like fucking looking at a black and white TV from 1940. How does that make sense? Explain it to me. I want someone to sit down and fucking explain it to me.
Honestly, there is no explanation because you're completely right, and it just goes to show where all the money
Right.
in America
That's what I
goes.
mean. The money just goes certain places.
Certain places they want to build this fucking space camera, but they don't want to fix roads or like cameras like that. So yeah, it doesn't shock me. I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess just to touch on it, I thought it was pretty cool to see. Again, it sucks. I'm always skeptical. I'm like, are these even real? But it was cool to see the 4 galaxies kind of like feeding off each other, and then that one below, and then like you were telling us yesterday, it's probably like 75,000 years ago from the light years or whatever.
Yeah. You can be there and look back and see the dinosaurs, which is like
It's crazy.
well, theoretically, which is crazy.
Yeah. I learned that on Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
See, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, but
I
see,
could fall asleep listening to his voice. I
This
don't know
is-
if that's weird.
Dude,
but
I do a lot. Not a lot.
would
I do
love if
sometimes.
we could figure out how to get somebody on a planet like that far away and have them look back and be like, what do you see?
and doesn't it make you wonder, like,
It'd be like, I see an ancient civilization of mermaids.
yeah, do
But
you
isn't
think
that crazy? Like, theoretically, if we could figure out how to have humans travel at the speed of light, we could get them light years away to where they could look back at certain moments and tell us
In
what
time.
actually happened.
Yeah. Do you think we're closer to that than we think?
No.
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 I don't think
personally,
that's
I
I think it's
don't.
impossible. I
Yeah, I
truly
don't think
that's
you-
impossible.
I think to travel at the
what
speed
the
of
fuck
light,
do
you
I
have to
know?
like
Like there are
disintegrate the
molecules, and yeah, we would like explode.
it would kill you. Yeah.
I don't
far
know.
before that.
Matthew McConaughey did it.
I
so,
mean, Han Solo,
yeah.
12 parsecs.
Shreds. But yeah, no, that whole,
Happy 80th birthday to Han Solo, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
that is crazy. Yeah, what? Indiana Jones, Han Solo.
He was also in Blade Runner, right?
Yeah, Blade Runner. He's an OG. But it's weird. Like I was telling you yesterday at the bar, sitting there thinking, you see all those galaxies and stuff. It's like, for me, when I see that stuff, it's like, why do I worry about anything? Like knowing that there's stuff out there and all it takes is one little rock to hit us. Like, why am I stressing about my fucking internet bill that's due in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, that's how we should live. Just don't pay bills.
Yeah, dude. Facts.
But the thing about that is, I don't want to be homeless. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That would stink.
That would really
yeah,
stink.
no, I guess
There's squatter rights.
There'd be a lot of people talking about us, like we're talking about
Yeah.
the dirty
Yeah,
people.
Yeah,
shit.
we would
But that,
just.
that was just an example.
No, I was
Yeah.
just being
But I
funny.
fully get it.
But it's like, why do you worry about fucking shit when we can see 5 galaxies? There's probably at least 10 planets in those galaxies that have living life on it.
Right.
Like all it takes is their Elon Musk to crack the code, and Thanos and the boys will roll in and snap us all out of here.
yeah.
Yeah, you know there's
Which
a Thanos out there.
I didn't realize how fucked up of a family Elon Musk comes from.
Yeah, dude. What?
His dad.
That's gross.
His dad banging his
That's-
stepsister and having kids with her? correct?
2, I think.
Stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter?
Stepdaughter.
Well, I
2.
meant Elon's stepsister.
yeah.
Yeah. And he had kids. He raised her.
Yeah.
He was with her mother when she was 4. So he
See,
raised her
that's-
from being
that's-
4 years old and had 2 kids with her mother and then has 2 kids with her.
It's disgusting.
It's absolutely deplorable.
It's deplorable, disgusting, and the weirdest part about it all is that is how humans used to live. back in
he's
the day.
Walter
how
Frey.
crazy is it that he feels safe enough to just openly say that in interviews?
Yeah, that's true. That's very
Like
true.
what?
Yeah.
He's not even ashamed of it.
Yeah, it's
He's
weird.
a weird fucking guy.
It's weird, yeah. I don't agree with it at all. And again, I didn't actually think of that aspect. It's like how ballsy for you to just be
I
like,
mean,
I did this.
Yeah, he
in
just like
today's day
came
and
out and
age.
said it. It's what timeline are we living in?
Yeah. He just woke up one day, he's like, I'm gonna start talking about
It's
this
fucking
now.
weird. Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's how heebie-jeebie it makes me feel just hearing that. It's even weirder to think that is how literally dynasties were for
Yeah,
however many years.
yeah.
Gross.
It's the world, man.
You hate anything?
I hate a lot of stuff.
All right, let's go,
Let's hear
dude.
it.
But I only wrote a couple down. Usually it's just small things that irk me that I, talk about to be funny. Like emails. We get way too many emails.
Agreed.
Shopping emails. Why can they email you 30 times a day? And then when you're like, I don't want that to happen anymore, they're like, oh, we emailed you too much? Like 30 a day isn't too much? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that and aluminum bottles on beers stink.
Terrible.
Okay.
Thank you.
Literally-
Why are we doing that?
The aluminum bottles are trash.
I've said it for years.
Literally
They are
the
fucking
worst-
awful.
trash.
the
I was
worst
so
object
upset
to drink out of.
when Generations switched to aluminum bottles.
It tastes
which
bad.
they taste fucking like shit.
Yeah.
Which I get why they had to do it, but it just sucks.
So usually it's small things like that. But today's what I hate is inflation. I can't stand inflation. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but can we fucking figure it out?
Yeah, and you know what sucks is that like and probably the not so or in the near future it'll burst
Yeah.
and then we'll be in a recession.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm going to live in a box at some point
So I mean,
because you can
Well,
never buy
dude,
a house.
I it's crazy because like
if you could be patient, once the
Yeah,
recession
gonna
hits,
wait
you'll
it
be able
out,
to
baby.
buy a house
Yeah.
for cheap.
it is crazy though because it's like you feel it's like an unwinnable fucking game around these fucking parts, dude.
Yeah.
You feel like you're getting ahead of things, and then boom, fucking inflation is like what 10% or whatever the fuck it is. I
It's,
don't know.
On used cars, it's 40%. On housing, I'm sure it's
Dude,
Even
it's
crazy.
insane.
It's
I
higher
feel
than that.
bad for
Like it's like, oh well, fuck us. Jesus.
I feel bad for anyone that like bought a new car or bought a house during the last 2 years. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, JT.
No, I
because like once the recession hits and like
Yeah.
say you want to leave, I don't know if you'll get your money back.
Yeah.
maybe I should just sell it right now. And
I'm
just-
selling my car.
Are you actually doing it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's go.
Selling the car and it's going to pay off. The amount I'm getting for the car is going to pay off 2 loans that I have, which is insane.
Oh, yeah.
That is fine.
That is
So,
insane.
I mean, thankfully I have a work truck.
Yeah. But yeah, no, dude, inflation's trash. Like I went to a gas station this morning I got a water and a coffee, and it was like $7.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then my grandma gets mad at me, but they always like can't fathom why people are like lazy and don't want to do this and don't trust this and don't trust that. And it's literally the game is so fixed, bro. Like it's hard to care when it's already rigged up. And the perfect example was the GameStop AMC stock market. Like all the rich people were getting destroyed, and they were like, we're pausing this game, dude. Boop, and just shut the stock market off. Like that point right there just shows it's so hard to. And I'm a positive guy, so maybe not for me, but I can see why people don't look at things in a positive light when you just know that things are going to keep getting more expensive. We're going to keep making the same money or even less. And then everybody's going to wonder why, like, everybody's in a pissed off, depressional, mental health state. It's trash.
Yep.
So sit on that, Dad.
Full.
Why
So
I agree. So fuck it. Fuck inflation.
Good.
so Jimmy Buffett tomorrow. We ready?
Jimmy Buffett.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to wear a Hawaiian shirt. Me and Mason were talking about getting some McDoubles to sneak in so we could eat a cheeseburger in paradise.
That is
there you
genius.
Isn't that a
Good idea.
I'm not taking credit. Mason told me that, and I was on board with it. So
I'm excited, and truthfully, it's just me, but I get excited for the party bus.
dude,
Yeah,
same.
I'd go see
I
anybody.
prefer the bus life.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I say too. Like anytime there's a bus involved that can take us there and take us home, like I'm in.
I'm so in.
Yeah.
It just makes it so much easier and so much like weight off your chest. You don't gotta worry about driving home. You don't gotta worry about getting a hotel room.
Yeah, like if somebody texted me and they were like, "We're gonna go see Neil McCoy at Star Lake," and there's a bus, I'd be like, "I'm in."
Yeah.
Not because of Neil McCoy, just because the bus. I mean, I'd literally go listen to anybody in a bus. I'm just excited because it's just gonna feel we're gonna be in a scene right out of fucking Honolulu, dude. The Hawaiian shirts are gonna be rocking. Hopefully, we see some coconut titties, dude. It's gonna be hot as shit. You know, like let's all have a time. Let's have a ball.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Jake, I could totally see you just staying on the bus the whole time.
Well, I'm not even joking. Like, if push came to shove and that line was crazy to get in, I would just be like, "I'll see you guys when it's over, dude. I'm just gonna party on the bus.
I feel the same way.
I'm gonna drink and eat, and you guys have fun."
There's a lot of pressure on me because I've been on one party bus and I threw up in a bag on the way home.
Woo, shit!
I'm over
yeah.
one.
You got to redeem yourself.
I gotta redeem myself. I'm gonna try real
I
hard.
bought some donut holes for the way back.
Smart. See,
You're the
you are
fucking man,
we can
buddy.
preparing a lot
Yeah.
better than I am.
No, we can share them. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not eating 2 boxes of donut holes.
And they're
But,
Until
like,
you do.
You can,
Until you do.
Sure, I
could.
do. Because I have
Yeah,
before.
I was gonna say because you probably could make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna just be an insane amount of food, though. Like,
Oh yeah, there's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schutz called me earlier. He was like, "What do I need to get? What do I need to bring?" And he's like, "Should I make?" I was like, "Don't bring food." I was
Yeah.
like, "There's gonna be so much food already. Just get I was just naming things off, like water, all
But
this, all that.
I think we'll be pumped about it after the fact.
no,
Yeah,
for
yeah, for
sure.
sure.
You know,
We're gonna have a sick spread.
A smorgasbord.
we'll have
Yeah.
a nice spread of cowboy crack.
I love cowboy crack, bro. Yeah. You guys got anything else you want to touch on?
Nope.
Well, I
Oh,
have the
sorry.
quick thing that I hate. Just a quick thing.
Yeah.
And why do girls make grocery stops last fucking 2.5 hours? You ever realize that?
It's a good question.
Girls like going to the grocery store and just making a day out of it. Like when us guys, we could walk in, grab what we need, and leave in 10 minutes. All right, I'm done.
That is true, though.
I
You boys, yep.
I was
agree.
thinking about it today.
not my wife.
She's quick.
She's in and out.
Oh,
good.
well,
Does Angie not like pre-make lists, or she just go in?
no, she
browse?
does. She just
Just
has a
takes-
good time.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a fun thing.
It's like
but I'm like,
a
oh
whole
my
experience.
god. After a while, I'm just like, shoot me.
And actually, dude, here's something that I hate that I had in my notes that I forgot about. I don't need fucking billboards around Wheeling welcoming in these new doctors, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Every single
that's a
billboard
good one.
has these doctors that are like, "Welcome, Dr. So-and-so to the Ohio Valley. They're going to be treating people in this city, and this city." If we're going to do that for doctors, I want a billboard for every single person that moves to every single city. Like, imagine if we had a buddy named Chad, and Chad moved into Wheeling, and for 2 days he gets a billboard. It's like, "Welcome, Chad, to Wheeling." Chad walks on the beach and drinking with the boys. Like, I don't fucking care about these new doctors, dude. It pissed me off earlier.
No, you're right because they are all over the
All
place.
over the place.
Yeah. I guess now I have to say something
Yeah.
I hate.
What do you hate, dude?
I hate that we live in a town where people ride motor scooters in the road.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Like the ones you sit in, not like a moped, like a fucking wheelchair scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you don't need it.
that's true.
Oh, like those, like instead
You
of
know what I'm
walking.
talking about.
Yeah.
You
You
know
know
what I'm
who we're
talking
talking about,
But
dude.
encountered one today. He's just riding down the middle of the fucking road right by your house, actually.
Really?
Over there on Lumber Ave.
Wow. I was gonna say like 18th Street's real bad with
That
that kind of
is,
activity.
it's worse
but-
downtown.
Was he probably just driving to Respecs to get his groceries, and then he was just going to drive back?
Imagine
in
how
his-
free and badass they feel too. I guarantee they got their like cassette tapes and like their headphones on, and they're just jamming to like Freebird cruising down the road.
I
in
wonder
their
if they got
scooter.
races like Mario Kart,
That's
but
possible.
the scooter cart. That'd
Dude,
be sick.
Dude, imagine if we planned a regatta race for
All the scooter
all the
people.
scooter people
I'm down.
right down the main street of Wheeling, and winner won like $10,000.
No, we don't give them that much width. We got to do it on the fucking trail.
Yeah,
Have people bumping and shit through go through the tunnel and everything, tunnel green.
dude, we would make the Kentucky Derby obsolete if we did that every year.
Be lit.
It'd be so lit. Scooter Wars. But all right, it's been a time. Make sure to follow myself, Twitter and Instagram at Juice Fisherman. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube, the Juicebox Podcast. All of the links to all of the tabs are in I think all of our bios with the link tree, so you can just click one of those. And Steve-O, thank you for coming to Wheeling. I know it was extremely rough in the beginning, but I was telling my mom it was nice to do something during the week in Wheeling like that. Like
Yeah.
if there were more events like that in Wheeling on like a Thursday, even a Wednesday, I would definitely be inclined to do that stuff. So hopefully that promoter keeps trying to bring stuff here.
Agreed. It is nice to have things to do. I'd like to see more comedy things, stuff like that at the Capitol for sure. But yeah, you can catch me at John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. It's John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. I'm on the Juicebox Podcast Twitter. That's at the Juicebox Pod. That's at the Juicebox Pod. Follow us on Facebook, the Juicebox Podcast. We are not the Diabetes, the Juicebox Podcast.
Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider.
Yes, I'm only available for comment on Twitter. That's at JuiceboxZar, at JuiceboxZar. That's Z-A-R.
Z is in zebra, A is in apple, R as in Reebok.
Don't get it twisted.
Bye-bye.